Hello Indie Game fan, part 8 of day 3 of upcoming Summer Showcase Indie Games begins with Shadows of Doubt, a voxel first-person stealth game in a noir setting where you play as a detective that looks pretty neat. Just a quick teaser for Petit Island as well, an awesome exploration title where you play as a cat, adventuring in a beautiful island, taking photos, catching fish and so much more, looking to join the ranks of cozy games with the adorable look. The one thing that Slopecrashers did to get my attention is the speed of this arcade snowboarding racing game, since it looks great, where the obvious comparison would be Mario Kart, even having plenty of aerial and gliding mechanics. There's quite a variety of playable animal characters, with penguins, birds and cats, where I do want to see how the stunt system factors into the gameplay. A lot of gamers are fascinated by Japanese culture and language for good reason, since Japan has produced some of the best games of all time, where a natural extension of that curiosity extends to learning the language, with Shashingo looking to be a fun way to do so. As you mouse over environmental text, you do get translations and pronunciations, with the gameplay portion asking you to take photos of certain items, where immersing yourself in real-world adjacent scenarios is a great way to learn. The original Passpartout was best described as MS Paint's story mode, where you play as a starving artist having to paint and to sell his work in order to make a living, where its sequel, Passpartout 2 The Lost Artist, looks to expand upon that. There's a whole town to explore and multiple studios and tools to unlock, all with an amazing art style that I'm all about. This next title is amazing since Sunday Gold mashes together genres and ideas and wraps it all up with an awesome presentation. This is a point-and-click detective adventure game, but with RPG elements and turn-based JRPG combat, where a trio of criminals goes up against an evil mega corporation and its billionaire owner in a dystopian city. It oozes all kinds of style, with the art, music and animations looking like quite the curiosity.
I'll spend my days as a spirit, floating through. I hope I find my peace of mind. I'd swap nothing out of my heart, or try to find the light in the dark.
I love this track from Spirit Swap, a narrative-focused Match 3 puzzle game in a world of witchy demons, which was probably a huge part in it getting funded on Kickstarter, with its subtitle Lo-Fi Beats to Match 3 2 gives you a pretty good idea of what this game is all about. With the popularity of Lo-Fi Go, something like this was primed to take off, where I love Match 3, so I'm definitely interested.
I just wanna have a smile upon my face.
This next title is interesting since Serial Cleaners got picked up by publisher 505 Games of all people, which does seem atypical of their lineup, since the original Serial Cleaner Singular had impressive art and a clever idea but felt like a small game to me, where this sequel now expands it to 4 characters with more of a central narrative. You play as cleaners for the mob in 1990s New York, having to dispose of the evidence of their crimes by mopping up blood, getting rid of dead bodies and so on, all before the cops arrive. The 4 characters in the sequel have different abilities, narratives and intertwining stories, with a decent art style as well.
The dragon stirs in the void, and an empire trembles. The rule of the Magi Lords is failing. Where now shall we place our faith?
Scald Against the Black Priory is an old-school tactical RPG that would not be out of place on the Commodore 64, and while I don't have nostalgia for that system, the art and gameplay have convinced me otherwise.
But there is only one truth. No one survives alone.
My goodness, Snacko is still one of my most anticipated farming games in development since this is just the cutest, and it's essentially Cat Stardew Valley, where a city cat, tired of the busy life, decides to move to the island of Snacko and to start anew. I adore everything about this game and absolutely cannot wait for its release, and if you like this, watch this video for more upcoming farming games.